tribe of Judah shall break every chain. Roll, lion, roll, mash up the plans of the enemy. Roll, lion,
Tonight I'll
roll,
be focusing on leaders and integrity. Leaders and integrity. That is all I will be speaking about tonight. Now let me recap a few things that I shared with you before when we speak about leadership. We said that a leader is not a stargazer but a visionary. A leader casts vision. A leader inspires others to follow. A leader brings people along. A leader is a guide. And one cannot lead someone to a place that they have not been. A leader is not a cattle herder, but the shepherd goes before and brings people along. Here's the difference between a leader and a manager. A manager would say, you do this. Get this done. A leader would say, let us get this done. Let me show you how. I'll walk with you. Let's get this done. So, when we speak about leadership, especially as it relates to the church, and that's where I want to stay, because the world leaders is different to the church leadership. And Jesus himself pointed out to us that in the world, this is not so. In the world, he said the kings of this world exercise authority over you. And the one who is in charge is the big boss in charge. But in my kingdom, it shall not be so. The one who aspires to be the leader will be the servants. The one that will be the greatest must be the servant of all.
Amen.
We have to come back to the place where we begin to see leadership as service.
Amen.
Service when it comes to the house of God.
Amen.
It is not lordship, but service.
Amen. Amen.
And Jesus exemplified that in John 13. When he took off his girdle, he wrapped a towel around himself and began to wash his disciples' feet. And he said to them, you call me Master and Lord, and that's right, that's who I am. But if I do this to you, you are also to do this to your brother.
Amen.
I was sharing with one of our sisters here, and I won't call her name, but we were speaking about leaders in the church. And, you know, sometimes some people get so big
That's right.
that they feel they cannot serve.
That's right.
But persons have to serve them.
Yes.
But you know, God didn't change this. The principle is for every single person. Whoever you are in the Church of Jesus Christ, if you aspire to be a leader, you must serve.
Amen. Amen.
You know, I pastored for almost 19 years. The last church I pastored for 13 years. I understand what it is to lead people. I was a member of parliament. The last position I had was a Minister for Foreign Affairs. A Minister for Foreign Affairs is the second highest position in the government.
That's right. Yes.
I serve as ambassador. But when it comes to the church, I submit to my pastor.
Amen.
Because I have given myself to that pastor, I submit to him.
Amen.
And even though I see some things that I think can be done better, it is not in my place to do it. But I must speak with him and make suggestions to him.
Amen.
If I have to do anything within the church or help anyone, I go through him.
Amen.
He
Amen.
is the pastor.
Amen.
I'm serving under him. There's a spirit of Absalom
Oh yes.
that I sometimes see in the church. And if you understand who Absalom was, son of David, he aspired to be king, He sat at the gate. And when people came in to see David, he would say to them, boy, if only I was king, I would have been able to do this for you. And the word of God said he stole the heart of the people. That's wrong.
That's right. That's right.
In the church there is one pastor, one vision,
Amen.
and we must follow
Amen.
that vision.
Amen.
That's the leadership of the church. Now, I said we're going to spend some time on integrity. Because you see, a good leader models a life before his followers. He does not direct, but he models.
Amen.
He leads, he goes before. So, here's what Paul says. Paul says, follow me
As I follow
as
Christ.
I follow Christ.
Yes.
Christ is leading, I am following Christ. Look at my example. Look at what I do. Follow me as I follow Christ. Now, it's very important for us to see this. That a good leader leads by integrity. Now, let's break that word down. That word, integrity. What is that word? In a very simple way, when we speak of integrity, we are speaking of being one with yourself. One. Integrity speaks of oneness. In other words, if I have integrity, I would be the same man as I stand here as I would be out there. I will be the same person in the church as I am in the workplace.
Amen. Amen.
I would follow the same principles behind the pulpit as I would follow in government. I will love God the very same way that I love him here
In the parliament.
as I love him in the parliament.
Amen.
You see, brethren, integrity means that the life that I live is not conditioned. It's not depending on circumstance.
Amen.
But I must live a whole life.
Amen.
One life. Where did this come from? In Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, God says, let us make man after our image, after our likeness. Now who is God? Let us. God said, let us.
Plural.
Our image, our likeness. The plurality of God is mentioned there. But the singularity of God is also there. Though God is plural, he's also singular in thought, in action, in word, in everything that he does. God would not say something yesterday and change his mind tomorrow.
No.
I was listening to a man who I love to hear him preach, Rabbi Zacharias, and he spoke about. He's a philosopher. He also is a what's the word?
Motivation speaker.
No. The word just slipped me here.
An intellectual?
He's a defender of the faith.
Amen.
The name just slipped me. But he speaks to crowds, he speaks in Muslim countries, he defends Christianity against all religions, he defends Christianity against atheism or whatever it is. He's a defender of the faith.
Amen.
Then what is he going to come to me? He said something about truth that struck me. He says, truth, by definition, is exclusive. By definition, truth is exclusive. It cannot be your truth and my truth and the other truth. Truth is singular.
Yes.
Truth cannot be qualified. It is singular. It doesn't change no matter how pressed it is.
Absolutely.
Years ago, when I was in Bible school, our president said also that truth, even though crushed to the ground, will rise again someday.
Amen.
You can't kill it. You can't destroy it.
Amen.
Now, when we speak of integrity, we are speaking about a life of truth.
Amen.
A true life. So, the one who aspires leadership in the church must be a person of truth. Must be a person who lives one life, being one with themselves. So that the circumstance that you are in does not define who you are. Mind you, pressures doesn't make you anything else than you are.
That's right.
What pressure does is extract from you or expose who you really are.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It reveals character. It's like a line. If you squeeze a line very hard, or you massage it and squeeze it softly, the very same bitter taste comes out. Because that's what it is. Right? It doesn't change by the circumstance, because inherently that's what it is.
Amen.
The pressure only is going to bring out what it
It really
is.
is. Yeah.
And the very same thing with us. Now, who we are is usually exposed in circumstance. So if we change by circumstance, what we are saying is that we do not have integrity.
Amen.
If we change by circumstance, that says we are not one with ourselves. We are, as it were, schizophrenic. Right? We have double personalities. We are not one. And integrity speaks about oneness.
Amen.
We are created in the image of God. We are created in the united image of God. God who cannot change. He said, I am God. I change not. Now when we understand that, what we would see from the word is that the persons who are called by God are called because God first knows them.
Amen.
And secondly, what God does with that person is that God tests them. God allows them to go through some testing that they will see who they are.
Amen.
Amen.
I want to talk with a few of those guys tonight. Let's take Abraham to begin with. Abraham, called by God from Ur of the Chaldees to be the father of many nations. Now, here's what God said of Abraham. Genesis 18 and verse 19. If you have your Bible, quickly look at that. It's a story about what? You don't know? Sodom and Gomorrah? Remember that story?
Yes.
And the angel came down and was about to go and destroy Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
But who stood in the way?
Abraham.
You know what God says? I cannot hide this thing from you. And then verse 19. You have it, read for me.
For I have known him, in order that he may command his children.
Go back, start over.
For I have known him.
Right, say it again.
For I have known him,
Okay, go ahead.
in order that he may command his children and his household after him, that they keep the way of the Lord, to do righteousness and justice, that the Lord may bring to Abraham what he has spoken to him.
Okay,
Amen.
thank you. Now that is very powerful. Here is God saying, I know this guy. I can't hide this one because I know this guy.
Yes.
That he will bring his children up in righteousness to follow after. I mean, I know this guy. I know his heart. And he is going to do what he ought to do, that he will receive everything that I have for him.
Amen.
Keep that thought in mind when you flip over to look at what God did to Abraham. I tell you, sometimes I struggle sometimes to understand God's mind or why God does what he does. But in Genesis 22, now before we go to Genesis 20, stop a while. Before you say stop a while. When God says concerning Abraham, I know him, that was before Abraham had a son. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he says Abraham would do what? Command children. But he didn't have a son as yet.
Yes.
And then God went and visited Abraham and said, you're going to have a son. Abraham believed that. And then Abraham got a son. And then chapter 22 comes in. And God said to Abraham, take thy son,
Yes.
the only son
The one
that you love, go sacrifice him.
There you go.
Wow. Why would God do that to Abraham? Because he knew him. The test of integrity. The test of integrity that will come to every single person who aspires leadership.
Amen. Amen.
The test is not to destroy, but the test is to confirm.
That's right. Yeah.
Genesis 22. What did Abraham do when God says to him, go sacrifice your son? Abraham took the bow,
That's right.
loaded up the donkey and says, come, put some wood, he said, come, let's go. When they got to the place to sacrifice, and Isaac said to him, my father, where is the lamb? And he said to his son, God will provide for himself the lamb. God will provide for himself a lamb. And in the New Testament, speaking of Abraham, it says that Abraham believed God in such a way that he believed that even if he sacrificed Abraham, God will sacrifice Isaac, God will somehow bring him back from the dead.
Yes.
Because he believed that God gave him that son, God made a promise to him through that son, and no matter what God asked me to do with that son, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
Because that's not my business what's going to happen tomorrow, it is God's business.
Oh, glory.
Now, this test of integrity that happens to leaders is so that we will believe God
That's right.
above our circumstance.
That's right.
Amen.
That the circumstance that surround us should have nothing to do with our faith in God.
Amen.
They are mere things that come so as to strengthen us, to test us, to solidify us. Remember the word that I shared with you some time ago, what Peter says? That the God of all grace, who has called us into his eternal glory, after you have suffered a while,
Yes.
make you perfect,
Yes.
strengthen, settle you.
Yes.
He brings us to a place of testing
Yes.
so that we, who we are, comes out.
Amen.
And God says in chapter 22 of Genesis, after he spoke to Abraham, after he saw Abraham's heart, he confirmed to Abraham what he was going to do with him. Chapter 22, verse 15, the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time out of heaven and says, by myself have sworn, says the Lord, because you have done this thing and have not withheld your son, your only son, with blessings, I will bless you and multiply, and I will multiply your descendants as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is on the seashore. Your descendants shall possess the gates of their enemy, and they seize all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice.
Amen.
The testing of leadership.
Amen.
And brethren, if you aspire leadership, you know, it's you know, the scripture is plain. The scripture is sometimes interestingly harsh. Paul says, brothers, do not seek to be many leaders, knowing that you will receive the greater condemnation.
That's right.
What does that mean? It means that the one who seeks to lead others is the one that is in the forefront, that must not before others. And you are standing as from God before men, and your life must, of necessity, reflect the God whom you proclaim.
Yes.
You understand why Paul says that the name of Christ is blasphemed among the heathen? Because of us. Because when Christians do not show integrity, it messes up the world. Something I've heard many times being said, and it hurts me. Every time I hear it, it hurts me. I hear people say, I would rather do business with the unsaved man than with a Christian. I've heard people in church say they'd rather do business with somebody else outside of church than their own brethren. That hurts me every time I hear it. Because what they're actually saying, that some people in church have no integrity. Some people who come to church, who sit among you, have no integrity. And you hear stories of persons who are in leadership, pastors, who have shown no integrity. And at the end, the name of Christ is blasphemed.